Welcome to our Mafia Stories YouTube channel. Don't forget to like the video, and subscribe for more stories. Let's get started. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a fiery glow across the city skyline, Marco Moretti stood on the rooftop, gazing at the kingdom that was soon to be his. At the tender age of 25, he was the heir to the powerful Moretti Mafia family, a dynasty that had ruled the criminal underworld for decades. But Marco was unlike the rest of his family. He had grown up with the burden of their violent legacy weighing heavily on his shoulders. While his father and older brothers reveled in bloodshed and power, Marco yearned for a different path, a life that did not revolve around crime and corruption. He had dreams of breaking free from the shackles of his lineage, dreams of leading an honest and honorable life. Yet destiny had other plans. When his father, Don Giovanni Moretti, was unexpectedly gunned down in a gruesome ambush, the mantle of power was thrust upon Marco. The young heir found himself torn between duty and desire, forced to confront the heir's dilemma head-on. As Marco descended from the rooftop, he was greeted by his father's trusted consigliere, Antonio Russo, a seasoned veteran of the Mafia. Antonio's eyes bore into Marco's, conveying both concern and respect. "Marco, the family is in chaos," he said with a grave tone. "Rival factions are vying for control, and internal rivalries threaten to tear us apart." Marco clenched his fists, his determination ignited. He knew he couldn't let his father's legacy crumble. "Antonio, gather the loyalists. We must restore order to the family. But I will do things differently. I will forge a path that upholds our honor without compromising our humanity." And so, Marco embarked on a perilous journey to reclaim his birthright and steer the Moretti family toward a new era, one built on alliances, strategy, and calculated moves. The first challenge awaited him at a secret meeting of the Capello family, longtime allies of the Morettis. Suspicion and tension hung thick in the air as Marco stepped into the dimly lit room. Don Luciano Capello, a wily veteran of the Mafia, observed Marco intently. "You have big shoes to fill, young Moretti." "Your father was a formidable leader," he said, his voice dripping with skepticism. "Prove to me that you are worthy of his legacy." Marco knew that words alone wouldn't be enough. He needed to prove his strength and resolve. A rival faction, led by the ambitious Giovanni Barzini, had set their sights on eliminating him and seizing control. Marco's first test would be to eliminate the threat without betraying his principles. In the dead of night, as rain poured relentlessly, Marco embarked on a clandestine operation. He tracked down Giovanni Barzini to an abandoned warehouse, where a fierce gun battle ensued. Against all odds, Marco emerged victorious, his marksmanship and strategic brilliance earning the respect of both allies and enemies. News of Marco's triumph spread through the underworld like wildfire, sparking a glimmer of hope among the Moretti loyalists. Slowly, Marco began to consolidate power, dismantling the corrupt elements that had plagued the family for years. He surrounded himself with a small group of trusted advisors who shared his vision of a more honorable mafia. But his path was treacherous, and danger lurked at every corner. A rival family, the DeSantis, sensed weakness and launched a brutal assault on the Morettis. Marco found himself outmatched and outgunned, his forces on the brink of collapse. Desperate, he sought the assistance of the enigmatic assassin known as the Phantom. The Phantom was a mysterious figure, feared and revered throughout the criminal underworld. In exchange for his services, Marco offered the assassin a chance at redemption, a way to atone for a past filled with violence. The unlikely alliance forged in the crucible of battle turned the tide in the Moretti's favor. United and resolute, the Moretti family struck back with unparalleled force. Marco's strategic brilliance, combined with the unwavering loyalty of his allies, sent shockwaves through the underworld. Mafia families that once dismissed him as a naive young heir now trembled in fear of his growing influence. Months turned into years, and Marco's vision of a reformed Mafia began to take shape. He implemented programs to support struggling neighborhoods, offering education and job opportunities to those caught in the cycle of poverty. He fostered alliances with legitimate businesses, transforming the Moretti empire into a force for economic growth and stability. As Marco stood on the rooftop once again, he marveled at the city below, a city that he had transformed from a hotbed of violence and corruption into a thriving community. The heir's dilemma that had haunted him had been resolved. He had navigated the treacherous alliances, internal rivalries, and dangerous encounters, all while staying true to his ideals. Marco Moretti, the young heir who once questioned his destiny, had become the beacon of hope in a world of darkness, a testament to the power of choice, redemption, and the unwavering strength of one man's resolve. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the story. Write your opinions in the comments below, share the video, and don't forget to like it, and subscribe for more stories.